rivalries are sacred. From spittoons to axes, symbols of animosity and history between two programs. And today, one of the more obscure trophies at stake for the hotly contested Illabuck. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So the Illinois Fighting Illini offense will have the ball first. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you got to be able to play under control.
With passion, with energy, with hatred, because it's a rivalry game, but keep your emotions in check and making sure I'm controlling what I can control.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Off the play fake. On target. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this offense, man. Luke Altmyer was so good at the trigger. Man, he was so good, man. He got the ball out. He got hit a bunch. Palmer, finding that next guy to take Illinois from a good team. And they've been a really good team the past couple years to a great team. It's probably going to start at that spot.
Yeah, Hauser comes in from ECU, and he's expected to be the guy to help lead this team to the promised land. He's got some pretty big shoes to fill, too, based on what Altmyer was able to do. But this is a position they've been able to find success through the portal, and now Hauser's got to be the guy to get it done and take this team to the upper echelon of the Big Ten.
Keeps it on the option. Could be an alley. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
Illinois picked up the first down. Now here they come again. Delayed handoff. It's Valentine. The margin for error is so small in this conference. It's really imperative to get off to a good start in Big Ten play.
Especially, Reese, since you're adding so much talent now to this conference. But, yeah, year in and year out, you know the mainstays in this conference, but there's always some surprises. And I'll be interested to see how everybody starts off this season. Listen, this is your first opportunity, Palmer, in conference play, in a major conference, obviously, in the Big Ten, to make your first statement.
And it's going to be taxing all season long for these players. Physically, obviously, you expect that in the Big Ten Conference. But now adding all those West Coast teams, these guys are going to be flying back and forth across the country a lot this year. They have to get off to a fast start today. That's what makes this game so critical.
They stop him right there. They tried to convert with the run, and the defense was up for the challenge. Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
I know one thing this head coach does every week is he challenges his guys to start fast. And it's so important today, playing on the road in this kind of environment. You saw a nice drive. They didn't get the touchdown they would have loved, but still, kicking that field goal and taking this early lead, that's a statement for the visiting team.
So Ohio State's offense will now get its first chance with the football. And here's the name everyone recognizes, Bo Jackson. In their last win, he had a 100-yard game and scored 3 times. Throwing, say it. The short hands, it's Roberts. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on it.
And, man, we've all experienced these rivalry games and how much fun they are. And this offense had a lot of fun a year ago, right? Like, they dominated this rivalry. They've been kind of hot coming in. And I really look forward to seeing this running back. Can he be physical? Because you know the anger, the animosity, all the stuff that comes with these rivalry games, you need your running back to set the tone and have a great game.
And already this guy is leaving his mark on this game. Opening drive, back-to-back runs where he's found a way to get positive yards. He was able to pick up the first on that last carry. They should keep feeding him the football.
Might have a chance. Finally brought down at the 31. It's a pickup of 15 yards on the play, and they've got a first down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
The sure hands, it's Jackson. How much lingerie is this guy going to leave on the deck as he gets it down to the 25? Sometimes it's not about a fancy play design. It's about just getting him the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays with running backs being so good at the backfield. You know they're going to catch it, and there's so many ways to use them. But exactly, get it to him, let him break tackles, let him make plays. Easy decision.
Ball's at the 22. Third and short coming. Can the defense force him to settle for a field goal?
Here we go. Ready.
They want to think this third and one play over, and they'll use a timeout here. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Third and short from the 22. Is the field goal unit getting ready, or is this already 4-down territory? Saying from the gun on third down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Fires into traffic, picked off. Didn't get a chance to show off those running skills, but he gives him the ball at the 29-yard line. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. So they've put up some early points and now to build on this 3-0 lead. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Hang on, Sloopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on third down. Dropping back, it's Hauser. Here's the pressure. He's sacked. This defense all over him. Illinois lining up to punt this one away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Wants to bring it back. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. On the run, it's Jackson. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8. This rivalry more than a century old with the Buckeyes dominating most of the time, guys.
And just think about that. All this time, these Ohio State and Illinois fans have been talking about and looking forward to this rivalry. To your point, absolutely. Ohio State, more often than not, has been on the winning side of it. And Illinois now, David, they're going to be trying to create a little new trend here.
Yeah, try to get some mojo. Try to get some...
Turning it on! Makes it past the marker. Oh, and what a move! What a juke! And he makes it past the marker. All the way down at the 33-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Here's Sayin to throw. Oh, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Finds a crease at the 20. Inside the 15. Out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You could see on the sidelines, guys, he could not wait to get back out there. And that time, it was like he was running mad. I don't even know if he really wanted to throw that ball. He just wanted to take off, scramble, go get the first down.
Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll go right back to it. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The clock will stop as they check on an injured member of the Illini. Looks as if it's the junior linebacker who's still down on the play, and Holly Rowe will keep us up to date on his condition. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can pick up the first without scoring. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jackson. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the fourth down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big fourth down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He's tackled, brought down right at the 25-yard line on the return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The give out of the gun. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Running inside. It's Valentine. There's a little room there. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Right back to the well. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
You just need more from your offensive line. Second and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up third down, and this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. Illinois moving it quickly down the field. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. The trophy that the Buckeyes and Illini play for, the Illibuck, guys, is a giant wooden turtle.
Imagine that, man. You're having to put your trophies in a water tank and feed it. It's probably the only trophy that ever had that ability. It's incredible. It was nurtured. Maybe a little bit different story now, David. That is pretty cool history, Reese.
Yeah, and I guess you really only need one turtle every 100 years, so the trophy's not expensive. I guess you just got to take care of it, and every year you pass a live living animal. That's why they changed it.
Off the boot, looking for his man. Gets rid of it. Makes the grab. It's Clement. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Illini. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They'll start this drive down by a touchdown, trailing 10-3. Say it. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the right. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. This noise, this crowd, and you can feel the jolt of energy going through the Buckeyes.
Well, everybody loves 5-yard runs, Reese, but come on, let's get real. When you're chucking the ball down the field and you got great quarterback play and wide receivers out wide that are making plays, fans go nuts, and the Horseshoe is one of the loudest places in all of college football.
Well, just nowhere to go there, and it started in the pocket. It was collapsing. Quarterback felt it, so he tried to get outside, make something happen himself, but give the defense tons of credit. Excellent job in pursuit. They're able to give up no gain.
And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
And that doesn't happen very often. That's their go-to guy. I love the way they move him around the field, and they try to attack the middle with him to get the ball in his hands and let him do some damage. And he shows you the drop. Okay, it's in there, but it doesn't happen very often.
Lined up in the gun on third down. Say it. Trying to make magic with his feet. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
That is what I'm talking about. So many guys lose where they're at in the field, lose the down and distance. It's third down. I can't slide. QB knows it. Nice job using his noggin and his heart, lowering the shoulder to get the first down on third.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job being the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
They're dealing with a second and long. Looking for a crease. It's Jackson. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. As they unpack the pile, it's part of Ohio State's DNA to have a lethal running game.
And this is a trend, Reese. We can go back as long as you want to go back, and we can go back a couple years to J.K. Dobbins, and we can go all the way back to Eddie George. They always find great running backs at Ohio State.
And oftentimes running backs love drop plays because there's less traffic in front of them. The offensive line is selling pass, the quarterback's selling pass. They don't get the handoff until the very last possible second, so the D-line's rushed way upfield, and now it's so much easier for these backs to find their holes and pick their lanes.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebacker swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
If you don't convert on this fourth down, there will be questions about passing on the field goal try. Runs through a tackle. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Going to the run, it's Jackson. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to the ground with the running back. Maybe some room here. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Looking for the tie with the extra point. And they did tack on the extra point. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they finished it with a beautiful 15-yard run for the score. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. So the Fighting Illini offense comes out ready to go to work. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Dropping back, it's Hauser. Bought a little time, lets it go. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Ohio State calls its second timeout. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this fourth down. They boot it away on fourth down. Here's the return. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. Ohio State sending out the offense to start this drive. First play of the drive comes from the 41. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Inside the 30, down to the 29. Time is running short here in the first half. Illinois right back to the line.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down, and listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot.
Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line.
And I love this defense being ready at the end of the half, playing the 2-minute situation beautifully, forcing the turnover here now, a chance to break this tie, get some points. Nice execution by this defense late in the first half.
Final timeout called by the Buckeyes. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. You get that turnover and you try to punch them hard immediately on the first play, and they come up with a big game.
And when the defense is running on the field, you are thinking sudden change, sudden change. When they create a turnover, a lot of times offenses want to be aggressive. They were, and they get rewarded.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Zayed throws to the wideout. He makes a grab, and he will score. Touchdown, Buckeyes! They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish things up with a dart from 24 yards out. Here's the return from inside his 10. Makes a move. Oh, what vision. There he goes. Open it up. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Illinois. He is headed to the sideline with a little bounce in his step after scoring on that kick return.
And he should have some bounce in his step. How about the effort, weaving in and out, covering all that space. Great blocking on the play, and he does the rest. You don't put guys back deep that can't roll. And you could see when he got in the open field, he rolled out.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Here's Julian Sayin to throw. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB, making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
Finds his big tight end. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, hard to believe we're a full month into the season. A lot of action in college football here in Week 4. We begin with a look at Wisconsin taking on the number 10 team, the Penn State Nittany Lions.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Holly, what did you find out coming from the locker room?
Guys, I caught up with the Buckeyes head coach coming out of the locker room. They have got to use this home team's energy and enthusiasm to their benefit. As you know, this game has a lot of implications. It could separate them in the conversation for the college football playoff, but they have got to have a little better performance here to start the third. We'll see if this home crowd gives them the energy that they need.
Appreciate that, Holly. One big play, and now they've got it at the 42-yard line on first down. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
Yeah, and how about the linebacker? You know, you ask him to do so much on the football field to cover so much ground. You don't always ask him to go man-to-man, but when you do, the linebacker comes through, swats the ball to the ground.
Escapes the pressure to his right. Gain of 6. They're looking at 3rd and 4.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Bought a little time, lets it go. Snagged out of the air. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. And the Buckeyes are marching down the field. On the ground, it's Jackson. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Throwing, say it. Quarterback on the move, still looking. He'll pull it down. Knocked down after a pickup of maybe 2, and man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Fires to the wideout. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
I know as a quarterback, he's your best receiver. He's one of the best in the country, but it's going to be hard to get completions thrown his way on 3rd down into double coverage. On that one, you got to let your eyes take you somewhere else because someone else was probably open.
Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. It's incomplete. A 4th down stop and the turnover on downs. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Got enough for the 1st. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The offense has it 1st and 10 from the 42. Trying play action. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming.
Hey, when you speed quarterbacks up like this, when you hurry their thought process, they're going to make mistakes. That was a mistake there. Throwing into double coverage, obviously not something you want to do. Could have been worse. Nice job by the defense.
Oh, they're after him. Looking deep. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Love the coverage on the back end. The defenders staying right by the receiver and the intended target. As a result, that ball's incomplete.
The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on 3rd down. To the air, it's Hauser. Under fire. Slings it downfield. Oh, he just flat dropped it. He got the ball and didn't look it all the way in, and it'll be fourth down. Illinois runs the punt unit onto the field. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. So here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those fourth down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Here's Sayin to throw, using his legs to buy some time. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly, maybe picked up one on the play.
And we've seen this several times now. Like, he is more than willing to take off and make plays, and you can tell the defense is starting to adjust a little bit. They see it, they know it's a pass, but they had eyeballs on him, and as soon as he took off, they ran to him, and they made sure they got him on the play.
And he's brought down after a nice gain. Great job by this quarterback to beat the blitz, and then the running back made it to the sticks.
Yeah, awesome job. You see a guy, extra guy coming. The running back is not accounted for. Nice job getting it to him and letting him get the first down. Great job, great read.
Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Give to the running back. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
From the gun on 3rd down, Sayin makes the catch. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming out quick.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Sayin to throw for it on 4th. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Sayin unloads to the wideout. Working the middle. Breaks into the open. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
The Buckeyes, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. On the ground, it's Jackson. Touchdown, Ohio State! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And right down the middle. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Illinois offense returns to the field. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They weren't able to move it on their last possession. Ended up punting it away, but now in a tight game, another opportunity for this offense.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. That's exactly what happened.
That's reeled in. It's Dixon. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. Knowing that your man can make the catch against his defender, that wasn't a big play, but it can set you up down the line to be able to take advantage.
Yes, get it to him as fast as I can. When I see him open, he runs the little hitch, get it to him so he can make a little bit of yards after the catch, and eventually that little gain, he's going to bust one of those with his athletic ability.
Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the third quarter stats. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Fires to the tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield. But how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? The Fighting Illini with options here on second and short. The play action fake. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Not seeing a lot of chemistry between the QB and his intended target on that play.
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Hand off from the shotgun. Stop cold by this defense. They tried to fool him with the run, and nobody was buying it. Illinois lining up to punt this one away. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. Let's see what Holly Rowe has for us on the sideline.
Here on Ohio State's sideline, I can see a developing situation with their quarterback and the coaches. Their QB has struggled here today with the turnovers. And
there he goes! Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10.
This offense has really done a nice job on the...
They've got a first down here. Want to start its bend to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, fourth quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. Might as well give it to him again. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Looking for space. It's Jackson. They stop him cold. Maybe gets a yard to the 34.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Saying from the gun on third down. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. The Buckeyes will punt this one away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Illinois will get things going as the offense comes out onto the field. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
That's a great example of the defense there, tackling to catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
From the gun, the ground game. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him, get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
If you can't win it all, you might as well try to ruin things for... There's some room. Found enough room to cross the 25 and out to the 27-yard line. That's not enough to move the chains. It'll be fourth down. Illinois runs the punt unit onto the field. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Not a lot of room to make this catch. The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarm him under for no gain. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
And there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football. Make your plays. Put a good drive together here.
Say it. Here's saw on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, this defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman-caliber quarterback, and the best way to affect him is with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play, and that forced the incompletion.
Connection to the right. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Now the Illini calling a timeout there first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Julian Sayin to throw. Grabbed behind the line. It's Jackson. Illinois uses its second timeout. They've got one timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it.
And a really nice job by the defense winning second down. I think the quarterback thought he could dump this off, maybe get some positive yards, set up a good third down. The defense did a great job responding and getting that running back on the ground.
Gonna take a shot. Makes the grab outside. There he goes. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Ball into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. Fires to the middle. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, that's one the offense would love to have back. That's a play they practice over and over and over. They feel like they can run that play in their sleep, not able to connect there.
Rushes on him. Fires one high and deep. Upstairs, he's got it. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line.
Well, you're down 2 possessions. The defense knows you're going to take shots, so it's not going to be easy. But how about that explosive play and a 50-50 ball? Guy comes down with it, and that is perfect. You've got to score quick and get the ball back quickly here to win this game.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Got it in the middle, it's Dixon. And he picked up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit.
For you coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
Oh, and he drops it on the crossing route on first down. He knew that defense was bearing down on him. It'll be second down. Looking to throw, it's Hauser. Takes a hit as he fires. Wide open downfield. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Under fire. He's got the tight end. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Back to pass. Here comes the heat. And it's caught for the late touchdown. So how about this? Maybe we are set up for a finish.
That's That's an impressive touchdown there, considering the plays this defense, particularly the secondary, has already made against him. And we knew this quarterback was going to come into this one, David, and be aggressive. There aren't many people who really scare him, and the defense has made him pay. A couple bad decisions, a couple great plays on the back end, one-on-one. But this guy's still taking the shots. He's not backing down. He's got his offense back on the board.
I think that's the most impressive part. He made some mistakes, and a lot of times you see people that they go in a shell, right? They make mistakes. They can't rebound. They can't find the answers to continue to keep making plays. Make the next play. Make the next play. Now down the stretch to give your team the lead.